All right, here at the Promised Land. You know me, I bleed blue, loving Crestron. And as the change of the markets are here and it's happening, hospitality is that hot button. Everybody's screaming, even at the highest levels. And what do you know, Crestron does it again on the offensive, pulling out amazing products. And I got my man PJ here telling us all about the cool stuff here in the hospitality.
Thanks, Michael. Yeah, we're actually here in Hotel Crestron, and what we've got behind us is a full guest room experience that I'm going to walk you through real quick. So imagine you just checked into your hotel. You've got the entrance to your room right here, right? You're about to go into your room for the very first time. Outside of the room, we have a panel here from our great partner, Black Nova, you might be familiar with. They make these beautiful glass and metal finish premium keypads. This is actually from their hospitality line, which has things like RFID readers built in, doorbell functionality, etc. So this is room 2020. We're about to hop in for the first time. So I'm going to drop my key card right here. And the hotel, they want to wow us, right? They want to give us that grand welcome scene.
Wow!
So we've got shades that have come up with a personalized screen on the TV. We've got audio that's kicked on. We've got our lights that have kicked on. And now that I'm inside the room, I can do things like activate makeup room. When I do that, it's of course reflected outside of the room, reflected on our Horizon 2 keypad, our Crestron home interfaces, as well as the hotel's property management system, which is really the most important part. What I can do now too is I can ring a doorbell. We have our NAX audio platform powering the sound, which is then ducking the audio, making that doorbell chime come through. Maybe it's the end of the day, I don't want to be disturbed anymore. I click the privacy button, and now I can't do anything with the doorbell button, right? Because I said I don't want to be disturbed. Then we can hop over here, check out our most compact sensor for hotel guest rooms, which is a PIR sensor. It also has a photo sensor built into it as well. Our Horizon thermostat, one of our great new Horizon 2 keypads, which is showing off the discrete colors by button that you can do. Again, do not disturb, make up my room, all tied together here, reflected everywhere. We then have our awesome new little BTIO NAX Bluetooth sender receiver that's coming, which is awesome for hotel guest rooms because I can check in, walk to the room, pull out my phone, push the Bluetooth button, get a pairing code, and in 20 seconds I can pump my own tunes through the sound.
I gotta jump in. I gotta admit, this was that option. Had you talked to me 2-3 months ago, I was like, that's a waste of time, man. What are we doing here? We don't need this in any way. And I think it was ignorance on my part. I gotta be honest. I gotta call a spade a spade. I didn't understand it because I was ignorant to the beauty of it. Now you fast forward, I've been traveling around, I've been flying, I've been sitting in all these hotels, doing all this stuff. And now I find myself bringing an Apple TV, a little speaker, because I want to stream from my phone. It needs to be easy. It needs to be intuitive. And now I'm like, I need this at my house. I need something like this in my home. And that's the beauty about the solutions we're seeing here, that these are also can be brought into the resi.
100%, absolutely.
And you can see in commercial, resi, and this is the beauty of Crestron. It's a full solution. I don't care if you're in the enterprise. I don't care where you are, military, whatever it is, there's a solution that fits for you.
Exactly. In hospitality, we basically get to use the entire company's resources and products, right? We are going to make some more hospitality, especially guest room centric products and software, but today we use everyone's stuff from our conference room solutions to Crestron Home to more or less everything you see, even commercial lighting. So Zoom is our commercial lighting line we've had on the market for a long time. Next year we're going to be releasing a whole line of DIN rail products. So for that centralized lighting scenario where they just want to pump everything in one spot, do centralized lighting, just put keypads in the room, we'll have a great way to do that with Zoom as well. And then right above us right here, we're showing off our newer tunable lighting fixtures, which maybe a high-end guest room, maybe a high-end residence, right? Full control of color, saturation, the hue. You can flip on circadian mode in Crestron Home and get that right lighting experience for your body all day, every day.
We got to touch on that a little bit more.
Let's do it.
Because lighting is that thing, and when we start talking about hospitality, they're looking for more ways to wow the actual end user. How do we make the stay even better? Wellness is such a hot topic, and circadian rhythm, when we see the other brands, it's kind of fake. It's not
Yep.
real. And I didn't understand until actually, I'm not going to say any names, but when I did theirs, I was like, and I saw, I was like, wait a minute. You guys said it went with the rhythm. You just got some presets kicking. This not the we're not talking the same.
Yep.
Now Crestron can go full board. There are sensors that you're actually going. We can go crazy with it.
Oh yeah.
Or we can easy buttons showing it, and it's entire solution from the light to everything is a Crestron base.
Oh yeah, we can have a sensor literally physically outside your house that's measuring the sun, right? And then is blending that into the house. So the artificial lighting is matching the sun. So while still absorbing natural sunlight would be better for your body, at least you're absorbing the right light levels or intensity for that time of day. And then once you start to mix color into the experience, then you really start to hit what's right for your eyes right before bed or right when you wake up when you want more energy. So there's a ton of science all around this, and it's real. That's all I can say.
And think about that person. They're in their room, they're in their state, they're doing their thing, and it starts becoming nighttime. How amazing would it be if the light inside of the room maintained the same? And that's what these solutions do. We're light harvesting, we're putting it in there,
Yep.
and it's exactly what you need when you need.
You do, and I think the big part is it has to be proactively happening for the end user, right?
Oh yeah.
If you have to manipulate all this, push buttons, know when to do stuff, it's not going to take off. But if something like Crestron Home, where circadian mode is just doing it all in the background for you, if it's really working, you don't even really notice that the light's slightly changing, dimming, getting brighter as the day goes on, changing the color saturation. So, got to make it proactive.
Now, when you think of hotel and you think programming, you're like, wow, how many processors, what is all this integration, how we're gonna make, because I, as a programmer myself, I'm like, wow, it's gonna take a lot to do. I have to be honest, it is.
Yeah.
But bringing out Crestron Home and opening it up so that the management system of the hotel can actually engage and use it, that's something really new.
It's huge, yeah. And Crestron Home is a really great guest platform for hotel guest rooms because it is, kind of plug and play. Once you get a profile set up for one room and there's, 180 of that same room, it's really easy to deploy that. And with Crestron Home now, we have this single room mode, which makes it perfect because it automatically can default to just that single room, which is generally a guest room is, a room and a bathroom. So you don't need a menu for other stuff that you're not going to get into. So just having that built into the platform alone has been a great start. And then if we look at what we've done here with our beautiful OS4, we've also, again, incorporated things like Do Not Disturb, which, again, as I'm changing that here, it's going to reflect across all the interfaces here at the hotel's property management system. But, sky's the limit. We can go over here and say, hey, I want to tell valet to bring around my car if we're tied into their system. We can go around here and schedule an appointment to go to the spa to get a massage. With all this stuff connecting via software, it's all possible.
And easy. The
Super
floor is
easy.
quick, it's all baked into it, it's right there.
Exactly. Yeah, and I think one other thing that's really important with hotels and guests is, this whole bring your own device movement is huge, right? Like I don't really want to go to a hotel, pick up a phone to ask for more towels or order room service. If I could do it all from my own device, that's what I'd prefer to do. So that's also what we're really looking at as well, is how do we make an effortless experience so when the guest checks in, they can use their own device to control the room, maybe chat with the hotel front desk, order room service, upgrade the room during check-in. These are all the types of things that we're starting to think about, with this newer focus on hospitality.
Now, you think hospitality, ease of use is probably one of the most premium. And the more features we add, the scarier it is on ease of use.
I think that's right.
So, and it's beautiful because it's not like I think as a programmer, taking buttons away is the biggest, flex. Like
Yep.
What we did was great. And we just saw it, automation, the room starting, you're, contacting the spa, the valet, all that is super simple. Now, as we see this, is this something that we can use in an Airbnb?
Absolutely, yeah. We're not doing anything special here from a hospitality perspective per se that you couldn't do in a super high-end residence, a multi-dwelling unit, an Airbnb. It's, as you see, it's Crestron interfaces and partners like Black Nova that we have worked with for a long time that are bringing this to life. So hospitality adds some little touches like do not disturb, make up my room. But again, there's other use cases to extend that stuff that we've heard people get excited about, even in a really big house that has a team that comes and cleans the house, or there's a guest house, a little button like make up my room, make up my space. Even someone with a big office that works from home, having a little doorbell go off when, I don't know, someone wants to come in the room. It's all, feasible use cases.
Now, I just came back from Cabo, and one of the things at the resort was timing for the cleaning crew.
Sure.
And now I see this, and I'm like, I know why they were having a problem. They had the wrong system. I'm not saying who, they know who they are, but we had the wrong system. And seeing something like this, it makes it where you can maintain the magic at the resort, where you don't see the help. You don't see the people behind the scenes, while still giving the person in the room that ability to say, all right, I'm gone. Let's have somebody clean the room. Let's do, you're in control.
Yeah, and I think this is actually just kind of where we're getting started. Turning on Make Up My Room is great, but it doesn't give a time window. What if I could go into the Crestron home interface in the future and just say, turn on Makeup Room, and I'd like them to come between 1 and 5 p.m. and make sure they hit that window that you want. So, we can take this a little bit further, and I think you'll see us do that over time.
Now, one more thing.
Yep.
I'm sure we could talk about this going on and on.
No doubt.
But when people look, you got to think, you got a lot of touch points. There's a lot of people touching things. Cleaning this kind of thing has to be a nightmare. Now, I see the glass, and I think to myself, this is probably the cleanest, most sanitary thing you could be touching. You can easily wipe it down. It's very clean.
Sure, yeah.
So I'm thinking ease of use, the maintenance of it, and then that just equates to less overall cost of ownership.
Yes, I can't really add too much to that. You nailed that on the head.
Yeah, I'm loving it. Now, everybody thinks of Crestron, their warranty is amazing. You always hear this lifetime and all this amazing. What does a warranty in this space look like?
Yeah, so it depends on how the project is coming to market, but we have basically a hospitality program that matches a lot of parts of our enterprise program. Bingo. Which will give the hotel themselves, the operator, whoever's buying this stuff, an extended warranty, usually up to 5 years. So we're working closely both with our dealers, but also we're trying to work closely with the hotel brands. Because a lot of the decision making with technology in hotels, with these big brands, you have to be on a brand approved list, right? So we are on some of those lists now, but we're working closely with the Marriotts and the Hiltons and the Hyatts, Four Seasons, to make sure, different parts of our experience are on those approved lists. So if a dealer gets an opportunity to go bid, Crestron's already on that list, so that cuts down, 80% of the battle, and then it's them figuring out what the right solution is.
And you guys are on some pretty serious lists. Talk about military, enterprise, the who's who, where things really matter. It's I don't want to say ironic, because it's not. It's really kind of straightforward, but Crestron's at the top of the list as an approved product. It's that thing, no one gets fired buying Crestron.
No, and I think, Crestron dealers know, once you set it up right, Crestron's pretty reliable, and it's very unlikely something's ever going to go wrong.
No, I completely agree. Thank you again for showing me. Hospitality is booming, bigger than ever. We got more solutions coming. Come check us out. There's so much to see. Check you at the next one.